Welcome back to the Booklantic Ocean. Today, we are diving into the literary event of late 2024, Sally Rooney's fourth novel, Intermezzo. If you know Rooney, you know the drill. Dublin, miscommunication, Marxist undertones, and people having very complicated feelings in raincoats. But Intermezzo is different. For the first time, Rooney benches her signature sad girl protagonists to focus on two grieving brothers. The title, Intermezzo, refers to a chess move, an intermediate move that forces an opponent to respond immediately, disrupting their plan. And that is exactly what grief is in this story. A sudden, unexpected move that forces two estranged brothers to completely alter their strategies for living. The story follows the Kubek brothers in the weeks immediately following their father's death. And let me tell you, these two could not be more different. In the red corner, we have Ivan. He's 22, socially rigid, and a former chess prodigy whose career has stalled out. He's the weird one, intense, awkward, and currently wearing braces. In the blue corner, we have Peter. He's 32, a successful human rights lawyer, and ostensibly the functioning adult. But internally, Peter is a mess. He's medicating himself with alcohol and sleeping pills to numb the grief. Both brothers are drowning, but they grab onto very different life rafts. Ivan goes to a chess exhibition at a rural arts center and meets Margaret. She is 36, 14 years older than him, divorced, and running the arts program. Despite the age gap and Margaret's baggage from a toxic past marriage, they fall into this intense, private, and surprisingly tender relationship. For Ivan, Margaret is clarity. Peter, on the other hand, is juggling chaos. He's currently dating Naomi, a 23-year-old college student who sells feet pics and explicit photos online to survive. Peter pays her rent, buys her things, and plays the savior. But Peter is still desperately in love with his first love, Sylvia. Sylvia is a brilliant academic who broke up with Peter years ago after a car accident left her with severe, life-altering chronic pain. So we have Ivan dating a much older woman and Peter dating a much younger woman while pining for his ex. The tension snaps when the brothers finally meet for dinner. Ivan, feeling vulnerable, admits he's seeing Margaret. Peter explodes. He calls the relationship gross and predatory because of the age gap. Now pause for a second. Peter, the 32-year-old man dating a 23-year-old student, is judging his brother for an age gap relationship. The hypocrisy is blinding, and Ivan calls him out on it. Ivan basically tells him to get lost, and the brothers stop speaking. This sends Peter spiraling. He tries to get back together with Sylvia, convinced that if he can just care for her, they can be happy. But Sylvia shuts him down. She realizes Peter is using her pain to distract himself from his own grief. She refuses to be his emotional crutch or his exit strategy from his life with Naomi. Rejected and humiliated, Peter hits rock bottom. The climax happens at their late father's house in rural Kildare. Peter shows up unexpectedly, only to find Naomi there. She's been staying there with Ivan's permission because she got evicted, again. Seeing his chaotic girlfriend hanging out with his estranged brother triggers something ugly in Peter. The brothers get into a screaming match that unearths decades of resentment. Ivan resents Peter for being the golden boy who bullied him. Peter resents Ivan for being the baby who needed protection. It escalates into a physical fight. Peter actually hurts Ivan, leaving him bloodied. It's a shocking moment of violence that finally breaks the tension. Ivan runs to Margaret. He creates a safe space with her, and in a beautiful twist, Margaret, who has been terrified of being hurt again, realizes she needs Ivan just as much as he needs her. They commit to each other, ignoring the societal judgment. Peter, meanwhile, has to face the music. He returns to Dublin and gets confronted by both Naomi and Sylvia. And here is where Rooney gives us a very modern resolution. They essentially form a constellation. Peter realizes he can't possess Sylvia physically, but he can love her emotionally, all while building a domestic life with Naomi. It's an unconventional, messy compromise, a true intermezzo life. The book ends at a chess tournament, Yvonne is playing again. Peter shows up in the crowd. Margaret, the peacemaker, facilitates a moment between them. They don't have a tearful, movie-style apology. Instead, they acknowledge their mutual respect. They agree to spend Christmas together. They realize they don't have to like each other's life choices to love each other as brothers. Ultimately, Intermezzo isn't just about who ends up with whom. It's about the middle game. That messy period after a tragedy where you don't know the rules anymore. Rooney argues that whether it's an age-gap romance, a polyamorous dynamic, or a strained brotherhood, if it helps you survive the grief, it's a valid move. It's Rooney's most mature philosophical work yet. If you have siblings, this one might just break you. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, are you Team Yvonne or Team Peter? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more literary breakdowns.